I'm told you and your friends have been active this year.
We participate in extracurriculars.
Deputy Walsh stopped by this morning. Off the record. He said he received an anonymous message Saturday night. He's been trying to figure out who sent it. He also said, and this is the part I found interesting, that he has information he can't take to his own department, and he needs someone he can trust.
What did you tell him?
I told him to find out for himself. I've been in this school for 11 years, KAIA. 6 of those years were under Richard Hargrove. I am not going to pretend I didn't notice things I should have said something about sooner. Whatever you're doing, whatever you've been doing, do it carefully. And if you ever need a door left open in this building, know that mine is.
Thank you, Miss Steele.
One question.
Yes.
Harmon and Steele Legal Services. Any relation?
My ex-husband's firm. I kept the name for professional reasons. We've been separated for 4 years.
Okay.
She knows the firm name. Yes, I know. I'll handle it.
Steele's connected. Her ex-husband's firm is Harmon and Steele.
Harmon and Steele, the firm that incorporated Blackridge Holdings. The firm tied to Whitmore's lobbying group. That firm.
That firm. So our acting principal is...
I don't know yet. She separated from him 4 years ago, but she made a call after I left. I saw her through the door window.
She could be calling to warn him, or calling to warn us through him, or calling for a reason we can't identify yet.
3 options, 2 of them bad. She's not the immediate problem. When I left HQ Saturday night, there was a car parked on the block. Silver sedan, engine off. Someone in the driver's seat. Same car was on my street when I got home. I clocked the plates.
You photographed it.
Habit. Give me the plate number. Running it rental. Enterprise, Missoula. Rented to Montana Land Partners, LLC. Shell Company. Again.
Someone is watching us. Not us. If they'd been watching us, they would have appeared before Saturday evening.
We've been active since Wednesday, but the car appeared Saturday night after Walsh received the anonymous text.
They're watching Walsh. We were nearby.
They're monitoring Walsh because he received a message, which means they already had some kind of watch on him. They saw the text arrive, or they have access to his department communications.
Someone with access to law enforcement communications. That's a specific level of resource. Whitmore.
Her people.
We need to reach Walsh before they can use him, or before he becomes a problem for himself. Finn, how close are you to identifying who's behind that shell company?
One day if I push it.
Push it. SORA, can you run point on the car?
If it's organized surveillance, they'll rotate vehicles. 2 or 3. I'll have the full pattern by tomorrow. And Walsh himself?
Miles. He's going to try to find who sent that text, which means he'll be looking for us. Let him find you, but on your terms.
SORA?
He walks through Riverside Park between 1 and 2 on his off Saturdays.
The bench near the North Fountain. He reads.
She knows his reading schedule. I know.
Saturday. Be there first.
The EPA investigation went active this morning.
Hargrove's on administrative leave pending criminal referral.
We saw.
I also saw something else. Montana Clean Water Futures Initiative, Whitmore's lobbying group, made a very quiet update to their state registration this morning. They dropped a name from their active staff list.
Travis, C. Field Representative. Their field rep for the Eastern Valley District, Land Acquisition Outreach.
Gone from the current filing, but only this morning, after the EPA investigation opened.
He dropped off the official record.
Someone doesn't want him to be findable.
Could be the rental car. What rental car? I'll explain later. Thank you, Nadia. Do try not to get me into hiding a second time. I'll do my best.
Travis C. Cole Travis, licensed private investigator in 3 states, Montana, Wyoming, Idaho. His LLC is Montana Land Partners. Matches the rental.
A PI working as a lobbyist field rep?
He's not from Whitmore's official staff. She's using a contractor she can distance herself from. He drops off the public registration, then shows up on the ground to watch what's happening.
He knows Walsh is a thread. He's pulling it.
He doesn't know what we look like, or he'd have been following us individually all week. He's focused on Walsh as the only visible loose end.
Which means if Walsh meets with anyone, Travis follows.
Miles, you need eyes in that park Saturday.
I'll be there.
I just want to say, we are 17 years old and there is a professional private investigator working for a state senator, monitoring a deputy sheriff because of evidence we gathered on a Wednesday night.
When you say it like that,
I know. Sunday then.
Saturday.
I know.
Gray jacket, east tree line. I see him too. I'm at the north vendor cart. He was in position before I arrived. He got here first.
Don't look at the tree line east of the fountain. Okay. There's a man in a gray jacket who's been in position there since before you arrived. He drove here in a silver sedan, Enterprise Rental, Montana Land Partners, LLC. His name is Cole Travis. He's a licensed private investigator, working as a field contractor for a lobbying group connected to the Eastern Valley Water Acquisition Bill. Who are you? Someone who's been looking at the same problems you have, from a different angle. The anonymous text. Yes. How long have you been tracking Travis? We found his name Monday. We had the car Saturday. I need to ask you something straight. Go ahead. Reardon, the mine, that was you. I'm going to take that as yes, because what I found in his file. After Reardon's arrest, his case files went to the main archive. Standard. I pulled them for review. I wanted to understand the operation, know what to watch for. The files had already been accessed since the arrest. 3 separate times, command-level credentials. The sheriff. Sheriff Briggs, yes. He accessed Reardon's arrest file. The evidence log from the mine seizure, and the incoming tip file. Everything received in the weeks before the arrest. He was looking for who reported it, and what else they knew. If someone had called in about the mine and mentioned other names, Hargrove, anything beyond Reardon, he was covering his exposure. Briggs knew about Hargrove. I think he knew about all of it. Reardon didn't run a fencing operation in a condemned mine without department cover. And Reardon was low on the chain. Briggs has been sheriff for 12 years. He has reach into county government, the planning office, the land records desk. He's not at the top either. No. But he's the local arm. Can you prove the credential access? I pulled a screenshot of the access log on my personal phone before clearing my terminal session. Not official chain of custody, but it's dated. It's real. Don't do anything with it yet. Don't approach Briggs. Don't change your behavior at the department. You're asking me to trust you. I'm asking you to trust that what we're building is bigger than what you have alone. Your access log is important, but if it goes to the wrong place right now, it disappears. And you disappear with it. There's a lawyer in Billings who received an evidence package this week. I know because she contacted the state EPA investigator on record. She mentioned the package. I was copied on the EPA's internal notification. I have law enforcement access to their update system. So you know about the package? I know enough to know that Hargrove alone isn't the end of it. Briggs is still in the department. And he's been very quiet this week in a way that's louder than anything he could say. Send the access log screenshot, not to a personal account. I'll give you a method. I'll think about it. Don't take too long. Travis over there is going to pull this thread whether we move or not. The only question is whether he gets to Walsh the deputy or Walsh who already made his decision. What's your name? Ask Steele.
Travis chose Walsh over Miles. He doesn't know who Miles is. We're clear.